Hey guys, welcome to Light Paves Way. I hope that you're all doing well. I'm going to get a reading, see what comes through for you. As you're all aware, my messages are timeless, so I trust that whenever you come across one of my videos, that there'll be a message in there for you. Always say what resonates and leave the rest. There's no gender in tarot, as we all hold masculine and feminine energies, so flip the roles if you need to. Now let's see who needs this message today. Step away from the crowd. So there's a need to take a step back, go into hermit mode, go within, step away from the crowd. It's too noisy. The crowd is too noisy. Yeah. Someone may need to apologise with say I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Someone needs to clean up the mess that they have made. And we have dare to be happy. Okay. So either someone has gone into hermit mode, trying to figure out how they approach you to say I'm sorry, because they do. They need to clean up their mess. They do. Or perhaps this is you. You need to go within, figure out what it is that you've done. Take some accountability, put it how it fits in your life. But there's a need to step away, go within. Take a closer look at the situation, and if you've caused this mess, then an apology needs to be said. Things are a mess at the minute. You don't know if you're coming or going. Things are heavy. Things are not working out as you expected them to go. Some of you, with this dare to be happy, this, whatever this mess is, it's down to self-sabotage. There's a need to be happy. Dare to be happy. Do you dare? I double dare you. I double dare you. Do you dare to be happy? Go on, I double dare you. Yeah. Some of you are afraid. You're afraid because you've been hurt. You've been hurt in the past. That's what it boils down to. Because you've been hurt in the past. Right. I've just realised that the way I've shuffled these cards. But oh well. With these ones, we don't read them in reverse. But it is what it is. Yeah. Wish. Some of you are wishing that either you'll get the chance. You will get the chance to say you're sorry, or that you'll receive the apology. You're wishing that, some of you are really wishing on a star that this situation can resolve. We have embrace. Yeah, some of you are really, you're really holding on that this can be resolved. You want to be happy. You want it, but you're afraid. You are scared. And we need to get to the bottom of why that is. okay. Some of you are scared of being vulnerable. You are. Some of, whether this is emotional vulnerability or whether this is, you know, body image. But you're scared of getting vulnerable, being vulnerable. For some, you're afraid of being vulnerable with others. And for the other half of you, you're scared of being vulnerable with yourself. I'm getting someone doesn't cry. Someone just doesn't cry. This, they hold it back. They hold the tears back. They don't allow them. They force them tears back. I'm going to tell you now, love, whoever you are that is not crying, forcing yourself not to cry, allow it. Allow them tears to flow. It's extremely cleansing when those tears flow. It releases. I'm hearing that you're afraid that once you start, you won't stop crying. I get that. But you will. You know, you may be crying for a good few hours, but you know, let it out. You will feel so refreshed once it's over and done with. Because at the minute, things are heavy. You know, the more you hold back those tears, the more you hold back those emotions, the more of a mess you're making. You know, and that's around you. It's like a bottle of Coke. If you shake it, the pressure builds up, and then eventually it will explode. So there's a need to allow yourself to feel these emotions, accept them for what it is, and release them. For some, you need to let those tears flow. Imagination. Yeah. Some of you, you imagine what life could be like, you know, in this scenario where you're saying sorry, you know, being happy with somebody else, but you're not taking action towards it. And that is where, you know, the disappointment, the depression, and all that is setting in. Because even if you're living in this fantasy land, basically living in the imagination where you're not taking action, there's one or two answers that you're going to get. You're either going to receive a yes or a no. Either answer will allow you to move forward. If it's a yes, you know, then great. You live that beautiful fantasy that you've been, you know, dreaming up for so long. But if it's a no, it gives you clarity. It gives you clarity for you, you know, and it may be disappointing, and you may need to grieve, you know, that situation, that fantasy, that imagination, that dream that you had, but it allows you to move on. It allows you to, you know, close the chapter, finish the book. It allows you to heal. I'm getting as well, you know, communication is needed here. Communication. Healing is needed. Healing. We have the heart chakra, we have the throat chakra. For you to manifest this happiness, this joyous dream that you have to communicate. You have to heal the heart. You have to allow yourself to become vulnerable, not only with others, but with yourself as well. Yeah. Fear. Fear. You're scared. You're afraid. You're afraid of being rejected. Now, with what I'm seeing with this naked card here, this is fear of rejection. This is also to do with self-image. For some, this is actually body image. It's a need to love yourself inside and out. Face the fear. Step forward. Step forward. Communicate if you need to. You do need to communicate. You need to reach out. You need to reach out. You need to say, I'm sorry. For some of you, you need to say sorry to yourself. You need to forgive yourself. But if there's another person involved here, you may need to apologize to somebody else. But most of all, apologize to yourself, forgive yourself for, because you've put yourself in this situation, and it's all out of fear, out of, having a problem with self-image. And get to the root cause of why you feel like that. Go back to the first time you was criticised, you was put down, you was made to feel unworthy, unlovable. Tell yourself that you are actually beautiful. You are worth so much. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, you're drowning in your emotions here. You really are drowning in your emotions. You feel like there's no one's coming to save you. It's a little thing I do with my little boy, because my little boy, he was being bullied when he was in the school system. He was being bullied, and he was only 6-7 years old, and he thought he was fat. He thought, his eyebrows, he wanted to shave his eyebrows off, and because I wouldn't allow him, he wouldn't allow me to cut his hair, because his hair came down and covered his eyebrows. And then he didn't like the fact that he wore glasses. Now I can relate to that with the glasses, because when I was younger, I didn't like the fact that I wore glasses, So what I did with him, I put little post-it notes or little affirmations in the bathroom mirror all around the house. And I used to say, every time you read a post-it note, you have to read it. And it has really helped him with his confidence. So maybe that is something that you could do for yourself. Yeah, some of you were abandoned. Now, whether this is abandoned by family or whether this was friendships or even, you know, a partner, a romantic partner, this is this is what has triggered this this fear, this self-image problem. And you know, for some of you, you may have met someone and you're self-sabotaging it. You're not allowing yourself to be happy. Let go of fear. Let go of fear. Let go of fear, and you know, just allow life to flow. Nine of Inspiration. So this is your Nine of Wands. So you need to, you know, find that strength. Find that strength and that determination, you know, to go within, to face this fear. To reach out if you need to. Some of you have built your walls so high. So high. Two of Inspiration. Yeah, some of you, you was bullied. You was bullied. Now, whether that bullying stems from childhood, you know, but some of you were bullied. Some of you, this stems from a relationship that was abusive, and they've constantly picked at your image, your body image. They've constantly picked bits about, pick things about you, and it's, you know, it's really knocked your confidence. We have Awakening in reverse, so that's Judgment. Some of you, you're so used to the way that you live in. Some of you, you isolate from everybody. You're very quick to cut people off, and I know it's something we hear in the spiritual community about, you know, cut this person off, get rid of this. But sometimes that being quick to cut somebody off, it's a trauma response, because you have felt that being in silence was safer. And that's why you isolate. That's why you know, step back. That's why you cut people off. You're afraid. You're afraid of change. You really are. Because you're dealing with this self-doubt. You're doubting yourself. If you don't take action, if you don't change, if you don't take action, how are you going to know? How are you going to know whether, you know, if this is regarding another person? How are you going to know whether they're going to say yes or no if you don't take action, if you don't, you know, step forward and ask the question? If you don't take action to put things right, if this is a creative project that you've been dreaming up, Until you step forward and take action, you will never know whether it's going to take off or not. You will never know, because you live in fear, you live in self-doubt. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. What have I just said? This is exactly what I've just said. My goodness. Yeah. All this negative talk, this self-sabotaging behavior, this fear, you know, it's literally, it's the devil. The devil is pulling your strings. The fear, the self-doubt, the lack of confidence. It's stopping you from taking action. It's time to have a new outlook on life, an outlook on you. It's time. Page of inspiration. Allow yourself to be curious. Allow yourself to be enthusiastic about life. Be enthusiastic about yourself. Your creativity. Take action. Take action. The star. Once you take action, when you take action to heal, when you take action in whatever it is that you have been dreaming, you have been imagining and wishing on, happiness will appear. Happiness will appear. You'll have success, good fortune, if you have faith. If you have faith. But if you don't, if you don't face this fear, if you don't become vulnerable with yourself and with others, then, you know, things will fail. It will fail. So there's a need. You have to take action. You have to stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself, because you will be successful. You will be happy. You just have to face this fear. I'm going to leave that there. I hope this healing message reaches whoever needs it today. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.